Hi everybody. Alright, sorry I look like crap, and sorry my voice is all cracky. Um, I ended up straining my voice from working at the haunted house, and my throat hurts a little bit. Um, I am 6 weeks and 2 days. The baby is showing to be about the size gestation of 5 weeks and 2 days. Um, so, let's see, for this week. My appetite has completely changed. I do not want to eat meat at all. Grandma keeps bringing up chicken, and ugh, she thinks it's funny that, it's making me want to get sick, but, that's grandma for you. Um, I'm starting to get heartburn a little bit more. Not a lot, just enough to where once I take my Tums, it goes away. So that's pretty good for me. I am actually starting to get nauseated more. I think it's like with everything. Um, Mainly in the morning though. I take my vitamins probably between in the morning or at night. Depends on if I remember to take it in the morning. I actually forgot to take it yesterday in the morning, and I asked Grandma, and her and I both forgot. So I took it right before bed. Um, I have been having some serious cramping, and I am actually bleeding. Um, it's actually kind of scary because the last couple times I bled, I lost a baby. Um, so this brings me into the hospital visit that I had yesterday. Um, about 12:30 yesterday, 12:30, 12:45ish, I started bleeding, and well, damn people, leave me alone. My phone's getting blown up from all my friends wondering if I'm okay. Well, I'll silence it right now. Oops. Okay, it's on silent. Um, but I started bleeding close to almost 1 o'clock, and I got to the aftercare clinic probably about 12:45ish. Um, I was there until almost 2, and they poked and they prodded and they spelled around my stomach, which actually hurt because my bladder is always full and I always have to pee now. So they had me do the pee in a cup, and they did the pregnancy test, and I think they did a drug test too. I'm not really sure. After that, they came in, told me that that the result was positive still, so I was still pregnant, or at least the hormone was still registering that I'm pregnant. Um, so after probably about 20 minutes, they retook the test, and it still came out the same. So the doctor came in and told me that I needed to go to the hospital, straight to the ER, and have an ultrasound performed to make sure that everything is okay, if I am still indeed pregnant. Um, so I got there probably around, I tend to say 2:15-ish, and I got there. I had to wait probably about 20 minutes, and they took me in the back. They um, took all my information, the standard procedure for the hospital, and they had they took me up to the ultrasound room, and um, I had my ultrasound performed. The ultrasound tech did a stomach ultrasound first, um, and then she had to do a vaginal ultrasound. And I just found out that the reason why it hurts for me is because my uterus is actually sideways. It's actually like crooked. Um, it's like tilted back and sideways a little bit. So every time I get a vaginal ultrasound, it is actually very, very uncomfortable. When the ultrasound tech has to go into a certain position, and I think it's when they have to turn it to the left, because of how sideways I am. And I asked her if she didn't mind if I watched because I am studying it, and hopefully I can finish my last 6 classes very soon and get my degree. So I watched, and eventually I asked her if she saw a baby, and she said, well, I'm not really supposed to say anything. And then she turned the monitor towards me, and she said, but if I did see a baby, it would be a little dot. And I saw a little black dot surrounded by, like, gray. So I saw the baby. Um, and that was actually very comforting because last time I had a miscarriage, um, I was in the hospital for 8 hours, and they did both sets of ultrasounds, and I actually could see the monitor, like she had it facing me as well, and I didn't see that baby at all. Prior to that, I had gushed blood in the bathroom, and when they came back, the doctor said, yep, you had a miscarriage, sorry for your loss, you can go home now. And that was the end of it. So I told her that, and that I was actually kind of scared, and she's like, that's actually kind of wrong, they shouldn't have done that. So I did see the baby, so that was very reassuring for me. And I actually, after that, I ended up getting my blood drawn twice because they failed the first attempt. And I had like an IV thing in my arm. I wasn't hooked up though. And that was probably about 3 o'clock. I waited until almost 7 to get my results. Um, and I'll admit, the emergency room was busy yesterday. It was very busy. However, I waited so long, and the kids were very tired and crabby, and they were hungry, and we were all just ready to go home. So, at about 7, they took me back to a room. They had me gown up, and they did everything all over again. And, probably about 30 minutes after, I'm so sorry, the doctor came in and he said, okay, well, the baby looks good. So that was a huge sigh of relief. He explained that during some pregnancies, um, there can be bleeding and even sometimes cramping, which I have both of. It literally looks like I am having a period right now. He said that I have to keep an eye on it and make sure that I do not pass any tissues, because if I do, then that will be a miscarriage. So every time I use the bathroom, I checked and I check everything and I make sure that there is no baby. My first appointment, I actually have to go make an appointment today for tomorrow to get another blood done, which sucks because I hate needles so bad. And then after that, if everything is fine, then I will be going to my normal appointment, which is the 11th. And hopefully, I think that's actually very close. Very close. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 19 days away. Oh, I wish it was closer. So hopefully everything goes good by then. But the doctor said that they couldn't really see a lot. Like, they couldn't see a heartbeat because I was so early on. But then I explained that I saw my daughter's heartbeat, and I have the picture of her ultrasound at 5 weeks and 6 days. So I was almost 6 weeks when I got it done. It was a really good, clear picture. So I'm wondering if their machines are a little different than from my OB's. So over the next couple weeks, I will keep you updated on all my bleeding and making sure that everything is okay. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. My grandma wants me to take it easy today, so I'm gonna try to help clean up the house and get it all tidy. I wish these cramps would go away. Sucks. And I'm gonna have to throw in a couple loads of laundry, and then she wants me to take it easy, so that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys next week for another update.